So we all know that the prison system in the United States is skewed, right? 12% of the population is black. 46% of the prison population is black. Simple numbers. If I line up 100 random people in the United States, 12 of them will be black. If I line up 100 random prisoners in the United States, 46 of them will be black. That's a huge disparity. And you can really say one of two things, right? Either black people are inherently bad, they sell dope, they rob, they steal, they pillage, they burn stuff down, they gangbang and murder, and damn it, they deserve to be in prison. Or it's a little bit deeper than that, right? The legislature itself is skewed a little bit. The judicial system itself, how we carry out laws, are skewed a little bit. The executive branch, these local municipalities, these state police actually, we'll say, contribute to the disparity. Not even just within the United States. So the United States population is actually 5% of the world population. We actually have 25% of prisoners in the world. So again, let's do some simple math. If I line up everybody in the whole world, 1 out of every 20 people will be from the United States. If I line up every prisoner in the whole world, 1 out of every 4 will be from the United States. Again, that's ass backwards. Another thing that's ass backwards is, unlike other countries in the world, the United States actually decided to privatize the prison system, which is crazy. So now these prisons are run by corporations, just like Target, just like Walmart, just like Ross. It's a corporation. So they have a CEO, they have a board of directors, they have shareholders, and every corporation, these ain't 501(c)(3)s. Every corporation goal is to make money. So now we have for profit incarceration. The more people you lock up, the richer people get. And to add to insult, these corporations actually tell the state, we'll take this off your hands. We'll feed these prisoners, house them, and all of that. All you have to do is guarantee that there's a minimum occupancy rate. 89%, 91%, 93, 94%. What that really means is, if you don't keep us 94% full, then you owe us money. So from a state's perspective, all these beds are paid for already. All the food is paid for already. So from a state's perspective, if they don't keep it at that level, it's actually more expensive for them because they get fined. They get penalized for not sending people to jail. That's so ass backwards. And all of this stuff is out there, right? You hear the liberal pundits talk about it all the time. Go to the Department of Justice website. All of this stuff is out there. The real question is, what do you do about it? And this is where I kind of defer from some of my peers. I don't think it starts anywhere else but from within our own community. One of the things that we don't do well anymore is teach little boys how to have pride. They take pride nowadays in how many fights they can get in school, not necessarily how many A's they can get in school. They take pride in how many girls they can bang and how many baby mamas they can have, not necessarily how many strong, independent kids they can raise. They take pride in being in gangs and selling dope and all that kind of stuff in these communities, not necessarily building up these communities and teaching little kids how to read and helping old folks and people that are more disadvantaged than them. And the same thing for little girls. We don't teach little girls about self-respect these days. Not our little girls. Every Halloween, I see a 4-year-old girl with a long pink wig on and these fake high heels looking like Lil' Kim. Or Nicki Minaj nowadays, right? Anaconda, twerk, twerk, all that kind of jazz. I don't ever see a little girl dressed up looking like Condoleezza Rice, you know what I'm saying? NSA director, you know what I'm saying? Tenured Stanford professor, Secretary of State. I don't ever see a little girl dressed up like Oprah, billion-dollar media mogul. I don't ever see a little girl dressed up like Michelle Obama, you know what I'm saying? Harvard graduate, constitutional law professor. So what do these little girls really have to aspire to if before they know their timetables, they have on heels and they watching these twerk videos? That's what they have to aspire to, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is not a real person, though. She's an idea, and she's an idea that our 4-year-old girls don't need to be entertaining. Another thing is taking care of our own community. I can't stand when I see people go to Quail Springs Mall and spend $600 on a Michael Kors bag, and then they bring it back across the railroad tracks and flaunt it and brag to all their peers about it like it's cool. You know what? You're not adding to this community. You're not spending money in this community. You're taking money out of this community, and you're making rich people way more richer. Michael Kors probably walks around in Skechers shoes, and his kids probably wear the little cheap thrift store bags. You know why? Because materials don't define them. Materials define us, and we need to get away from that. Michael Kors, this, make it rain. I got 26s with the beats in the trunk, all that kind of jazz. We need to get over that, and we need to start supporting our community, and we need to start supporting people like Colin Powell. We didn't support him. We didn't support Condoleezza Rice. Locally, we didn't support T.W. Shannon, even though he's a Republican. You need to support that. Connie Johnson, we don't support that. You know, it's like crabs in a bucket. I just want to have more than you, and that's bullshit. So, at the end of the day, you know, we talk about how things are going to change and all that kind of jazz. I don't think things are going to change based on all of these protests, because they just lead to riots. More people get killed, more people go to jail. I think we have to change from within first. We actually have to start respecting ourselves as individuals and as a people. And once we do that, everybody around us will be forced to respect us.